The next group of dogs that we're going to talk about is the working group, and this is a fun group because each one of these dogs has a specific job to do, and they really enjoy doing it. They can perform any number of services to humans, but the main ones are pulling sleds, protecting property or acting as guard dogs, rescue dogs, and also carrying messages. The Great Dane is part of the working group, and these are probably some of my favorite dogs. They are one of two of the largest breeds of dogs. They are super friendly. They are a lot of fun as a companion or as a watchdog, and they're great for being a watchdog because they're huge. People can be really intimidated by them, but really, they just want to climb up in your lap. Average weight for females is anywhere between 110 to 115 pounds, and males can weigh anywhere from 120 to 150 pounds. Height at the shoulder, for females it's typically more than 28 inches, and males a lot of times it's more than 30 inches. My friend actually works at the Great Dane Rescue, and they have anywhere from 2 to 4 Great Danes in their house at any given time. I can't imagine that. I can only imagine that it would be awesome. St. Bernard, this is the other of the two largest breeds, so the Great Dane being one, St. Bernard being the other. I grew up watching movies like Beethoven, and Beethoven was a St. Bernard. I don't know if you have even heard of them, but they were fun movies, and Beethoven was he was a fun dog to watch. But they have an excellent sense of smell, and their coat really made it suitable to perform rescue work in extreme conditions, particularly in mountain climates where it's very cold. They're very peaceful dogs, very quiet dogs, and they're very gentle, and they love the company of people. They actually make a very good companion dog, and I know they don't look like it because they're so huge, but they are quite gentle, very loving. The Siberian Husky. These guys actually originated in Asia as an endurance sled dog, but they actually found its way to Alaska, and this is really where they're kind of known to be. But they began to win the All-Alaska Sweepstakes race in the early 1900s, and this is really why we think of them when we think of Alaskan sled dogs. They're very friendly, they're very gentle. They can be stubborn, and they're not always great around children. They can be a little bit grumpy with them. They don't have the aggressiveness or the protective quality to be a watchdog, but they're a working dog from the standpoint of they pull sleds. The Alaskan Malamute, a lot of times people get this confused with the Siberian Husky. This is another sled dog, bred specifically to live and work in Alaska, so they are very well conditioned to cold climates. These guys, as well as the Siberian Huskies, don't always do well in warmer climates because their coat is just built to be in cold. The Boxer, this is what my boy is. My dog Tucker is a Boxer mix, and he has this type of body. He is very solidly built. These guys are super solid. They have a very short and thin hair coat. So it makes them very sleek. He's also got the boxer head. It kind of looks like a boxer, like a human boxer, like a fighting boxer. Dobermans. So these guys, they have that same kind of like mostly black with brown points that some of the other dogs have we've talked about so far. But they are particularly useful as watchdogs. Great Pyrenees. I would love to have one of these guys. They are awesome, and they are really great herd protectors. A lot of times they're used for protecting herds of goats or sheep, and they're just really cool. They watch out for the herd. They're pretty easygoing, but mess with one of their babies, whether that be a goat or a sheep, and they'll get on you. Mastiffs. These kind of, to me, look like a cross between a St. Bernard and a Bloodhound. I mean, look at that face. They have the wrinkly skin that a Bloodhound has, but they have the size and the mass of the St. Bernard, but they have that sleek hair coat. They drool a lot. Very, very heavy saliva producers. The standard Schnauzer, so we talked about the miniature Schnauzer when we talked about terriers, and the standard Schnauzer is basically the miniature Schnauzer, my goodness, I'm sorry, just on a bigger scale. And the Rottweiler, my dog Colby, her best friend, is a Rottweiler, which is hilarious because Colby's a grand total of 45 pounds, and her best friend Blitz is 120, and he is a solid boy. But he is so much fun. He's so cute. He's very loving. I think they're absolutely precious as puppies. I mean, look at that little puppy face. And Blitz totally does that look. This look right here. He does that all the time. He always looks like he's got a smile on his face. He's just so sweet. The Samoyed, again, bred to be in colder climates. I think they look really cool. I feel like they just look very regal. Even with that puffy hair, they just look regal to me. Alright, the next video will be on the herding group, so check that out.